Today, I'm going to be playing out the 2024 season for the Baltimore Ravens, but after every touchdown that Lamar Jackson scores, we get to steal a player from the team he scored on. And obviously, the Baltimore Ravens are already absolutely loaded, but if Lamar can go off today, by the end of the video, this team should be basically unstoppable. But this is what the offense looks like to start things off. I mean, Lamar already has plenty of weapons, but this O-line is a little bit alarming. And on the other hand, I mean, the defense for Baltimore really hasn't been that great this season, but they do have a bunch of superstars. So as I said, I mean, this team's already in a pretty good situation to start things off, but things could definitely be better for this team. But in week 1, it looks like we're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. So I mean, obviously this is a huge test for the Ravens in week 1. I'm going to keep it on the ground with Henry to start things off here though, because if we can get the run game to work out for us in this one, that by far is going to give us the best chance to win this game. That's gonna be a first down from Henry. The Chiefs did score first though, so we are down 3-0, but since our defense was able to hold them to a field goal, a touchdown is gonna give us the lead. So I'm hoping that we can get in early here, but I'm gonna go for one more run with Justice Hill this time, and it looks like that is gonna give us a fresh set of downs. I don't know how well this is gonna work out against this defense, but I'm gonna try and go for a bit of a shot here. And if Johnson can get away, I'm hoping. Oh, that's going to be close, man. We have to have that be perfect, but it's going to be picked off, man. That was not a good throw. And after that, it looks like Kansas City made us pay for our mistake because now we're down 10-0. So we have dug a little bit of a hole for ourselves, but I'm hoping we can still get back into this thing. I mean, we have tons of time. We're still in the first half, so we really don't need to panic or anything just yet. I'm going to try and go for Andrews this time, though, who is going to have the first. I really want to try and get Zay going as well, but he really hasn't been open that much today, so I guess we'll just keep going for whoever's got it. I mean, it looks like we honestly probably could have gone for Zay there. Andrews got it either way though, so I mean, I'll take the first down. I'm gonna try and go for Flowers this time though and see if he can get away. That is gonna be close, but he is gonna come down with that. So things are definitely starting to look pretty good for the Ravens right now. I mean, as long as we take care of the football here, I'm hoping that we can get in the end zone for a score. Oh, yeah, everyone's locked up again. So we're just going to keep it with Lamar. This guy seems to be tearing through the defense on the ground right now. I mean, they really haven't had an answer for the run game. So I'm just going to keep it with Lamar one more time. And it looks like, oh, come on, we're so close. We are literally 1 yard away from the touchdown. So I'm just going to QB sneak this and hope that we don't get smoked by Chris Jones. But it looks like Lamar is going to be in. So that's his first touchdown of the season, which is going to cut into Kansas City's lead. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and it looks like we do have a chance to take the lead here, but it is 4th and 1, so we got to make sure that we pick up the first here. But Derrick Henry's got it. I mean, it was a bold decision to go for it on 4th down on our side of the field, but when you have Derrick Henry, I feel like it is definitely doable. So I'm gonna do that if I have the chance again, but I'm gonna put in the air for Zay this time. That's going to be close, but it looks like he's got it. So now it's 2nd and inches, and since we have Derrick Henry, picking up a couple of inches should be pretty easy. So I'm going to try and go for a bit of a shot here. And that is going to pay off because Mark Andrews is wide open. I mean, it seems like we are definitely rolling right now. I mean, this offense is playing a whole lot better than they were at the start of this game. And Derrick Henry has some space. For a second, I thought he was going to take that one all the way to the crib, man. I mean, he was not going down there. But I'm going to try and go for Johnson this time. Unless we can get some space with Lamar. Actually, we should have the first with him. I mean, I know we've been running the ball a lot in this game, but that has been what's working the best for us. I mean, they really just haven't had an answer for it. That's 2 rushing touchdowns for Lamar now. And that one right there is going to give Baltimore the lead.
A few moments later.
And I was really hoping that our defense would hold on and get the win for us after that, but clearly I was wrong because Patrick Mahomes went off in the 4th quarter. So we're going to lose by 3 points in week 1. But I mean, on the bright side, Lamar did still finish that game with 2 touchdowns. So we got to steal 2 players from the Kansas City Chiefs. And to help out the offense, we went ahead and stole Creed Humphrey for the O-line. And I know he's not a left guard, but we do have Linderbaum, so that's where I'm going to be putting him today. But to help out the defense, we also took Chris Jones. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 3 because we played the Raiders in week 2. There is literally nobody on that team that I want other than Max Crosby. And it looks like we did end up getting the win. So we are 1-1 right now, and we're going to be taking on the Dallas Cowboys, who are also 1-1. But to start things off, it looks looks like our defense did actually give up a touchdown. So we are down 7-0 right now, but I'm hoping that this drive will go the way I want it to go. That's definitely a good start there because Isaiah likely got away, but I'm going to keep it on the ground with Derrick Henry, who did run all over the Dallas Cowboys when this game did happen. So I'm hoping it'll be the same story today because the run game is definitely our strongest area right now. I'm going to go for another run here though, and it looks like we're going to stay up through the contact for the first down. So now we're set up pretty nicely, and this gives me a good opportunity to go for a shot. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, we barely got that off, but Zay's gonna be there. I mean, it did not take us long to get into the red zone, but now we're set up for a touchdown. I'm gonna try and go for Mark Andrews this time though, and he is gonna be there, and he is gonna be in for the touchdown. I wasn't sure if he's gonna stay up through all of those players, but he definitely earned that touchdown. And after that, it looks like our defense did clutch up for us because they forced a fumble. So we are set up really nicely again. I mean, we're already in the red zone to start off this drive. So as long as we don't throw an interception or fumble the ball or anything like that, I'm hoping that we can get in for another score here. Lamar might have it right here, man. That's going to be another rushing touchdown from him. I mean, this guy has been an absolute menace on the ground so far this season. That's already 3 rushing touchdowns in 2 weeks. But we're coming back out here in the third quarter now, and it looks like the Cowboys did end up scoring again, but so did we. So we're up 21-14, and we have a chance to go up by 2 scores here if we play our cards right. I mean, even a field goal makes it a 2-score game. So we just got to get in range for Justin Tucker, which we're pretty much already in, but he has definitely been struggling this season. So I do want to get closer to the 30 before I say it should be like a guaranteed field goal or anything, but I'm going to go for one more run. And Derrick is gone, man. That stiff arm's gonna help us get it all the way to the 9. I mean, Dallas really just hasn't had an answer for the run game because we have been running the ball through this defense today. I'm gonna try and end it right here with Andrews though, and it looks like he is 1 yard away. I'm just gonna go for another QB sneak because that did work out for us last time. And oh, we actually got stopped. I thought that was gonna be an easy look, but apparently I was wrong. I'm gonna try this one more time, which I'm hoping doesn't backfire, and it looks like the second time's gonna work out for us. So that is 4 rushing touchdowns on the year now for Lamar Jackson, and that's gonna give us a 2-score lead. And after that, Dallas was never able to recover, so we're gonna sneak out of here with a 28-14 win over the Cowboys. And since Lamar scored 3 touchdowns in that game, we got to steal 3 players from the Dallas Cowboys, and we got 3 massive additions for this team because for the offense, now we have Zach Martin and CeeDee Lamb. And I mean, Lamar Jackson and CeeDee Lamb as a duo should be absolutely terrifying for every team in the NFL to deal with. And on the defensive side of things, we also got Micah Parsons. So the future is definitely looking very bright for the Baltimore Ravens right now. But that is going to bring us to week 4. And we have a pretty tough game on our hands once again, because now we're going to be going up against Josh Allen and the Bills, who are 3-0. So I'm really hoping that we can end their undefeated season here, but I'm going to keep it on the ground with Henry to start things off, who once again in this game did absolutely destroy the Buffalo Bills. So I'm hoping for a similar outcome. I can't even remember how long the touchdown he scored was. I'm pretty sure it was like over 80 yards. So if we can get something like that to work out today, that would be amazing. But I might, oh dude, the way the defense is lined up, I feel like CeeDee Lamb actually might be gone here. So we could have an easy touchdown, and it looks like he's gonna have it. So it did not take long for CeeDee Lamb to make an impact with his new team because he is already in the end zone for a touchdown. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and it looks like Buffalo has kept things pretty tight. I mean, we're only up by 3 points right now, so this is a very important drive for Buffalo because they really need to stop here if they want to stay in this game. But obviously it's a big drive for us as well, because if we can score, that should help us out quite a bit. I'm gonna try and go for Bateman here though. Actually, everybody's locked up. That might come back to haunt us in the future, bro, because that's gonna make it 3rd and 12. I'm gonna see if we can get Zay open here though, and hopefully he can save the drive for us, but we have no time to get rid of the ball. So obviously Buffalo's defense did what they needed to do there, but The offense did not, because our defense took them off the field. So we're still winning by 3 points right now. And now there's, oh, that was almost the run right there. If we didn't get dragged down by that one last defender, we would have been gone for the touchdown there, man. But he does have his X factor activated, which is nice to see, because now he's going to be even more difficult to get on the ground here. I'm going to go for one more run, but if this doesn't work out, I am honestly planning on going for it on 4th down. So that's why I'm going to run it again here, but it looks like Henry is gone. I mean, out of respect, I feel like we got to get 7 more yards for the guy, because he is at 94 yards on the game right now, and the way that he is playing, he definitely deserves to get 100. I mean, that's going to do it for him right there. So that is 103 yards now on the game for Derrick Henry. I honestly just don't even want to stop running the ball, because this defense does not have an answer for him. So we are set up perfectly right now. I'm just going to try and end things off right here with Flowers, and I'm hoping he can get the separation that he needs, but if not, we can... Oh, that sucks. I was really hoping for an easy touchdown right there, but it looks like we are definitely going to have to work for it, because now it's 3rd and goal. If we get stopped here, I'm already like planning on going for it. Oh, come on, man. I mean, obviously we could just play it smart and take the field goal, but against Josh Allen, I don't really trust doing that. So I'm going to go for it on 4th and goal, and hopefully this doesn't come back to haunt us. Oh, we got to get away here. Hold on. That could be it right there. Come on, please catch it. It's going to work out for the touchdown. Zay was open. That was really risky, man. I mean, I thought that was going to get shut down for a second, but somehow we found Flowers to make it a 2-score lead, and it looks like that was enough to win this thing. So that is going to be a very impressive win from the Baltimore Ravens. So we are going to ruin the Buffalo Bills' perfect record, and better yet, we got to steal 2 players from that team, and I'm just focusing on the defense at this point, because our offense is already loaded. So we ended up stealing Greg Russo and Matt Milano from the Buffalo Bills. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 10 for one more test before we sim to the playoffs. And we're going to be taking on the Bengals, who are doing even worse than they are in real life. I mean, they are 2-7, which is actually ridiculous. And we are 8-1 right now. So nobody has been able to beat us since the Chiefs. And at the moment, we do have the #1 seed, but we only have it by 1 game, because the Texans are 7-2. But even though the Bengals record is actually awful right now, it looks like they are beating us 14-6. So we gotta wake up here, or this is gonna be a major upset. To be fair though, it is a divisional game, and it seems like divisional games are always a whole lot tighter than they should be. But I'm gonna try and go for a bit of a shot here, because it's 2nd and 4, and if this doesn't work out, I can probably just keep it on the ground and get an easy 1st down with Henry. But Bateman's gonna be there. I'm gonna go for a run with Henry this time though, and I'm hoping that the O-line can block out for him. It looks like he's gonna be gone, so that's a first. Or I thought we had the 1st down there, but apparently we're just short. 2nd and inches really shouldn't be a problem though, so I'm gonna go for a bit of a shot here, because if we need to go... Oh, dude, that might ruin the drive. That is a huge play from Hubbard, man. So now it's 3rd and 11 instead of 3rd and inches. We're going to have CeeDee Lamb wide open, though that actually might go all the way. We are going to be 1 yard short. I mean, I feel like we are a little bit too far away to QB sneak it, so I'm going to put it in the air, and hopefully this doesn't... Oh, that's going to be a touchdown. We're in. Okay. I don't even know how many rushing touchdowns that is on the year right now, but this guy has to be leading every QB in the league for rushing touchdowns. But obviously, we got to go for the 2-point conversion to tie things up here, so I'm hoping that we can get Zay open, and it looks like we're gonna have him, so that's gonna tie things up at 14. Coming back out here in the 4th quarter though, and it looks like we are set up to hopefully win this game. I mean, the Bengals only have 1 timeout remaining, so we gotta make sure that we burn that. So now they're all out of timeouts. It's gonna be tough to try and get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown here, but it looks like we did it. Never mind, we're inches away. It's all good though, bro. I mean, all I care about is the fact that the clock is still running. We've got enough players. I mean, we don't even need to score another touchdown with Lamar. So I'm just going to punch it in with Derrick Henry, and that's going to go for an easy score. So that's going to put us up by 7 with 30 seconds left in this game. So I'm hoping that will be enough to end this thing, and it looks like it's going to be. So that's another win for the Baltimore Ravens, which moves us to 9-1 on the season. But Lamar Jackson only had the the 1 touchdown in that game, so we only got to take 1 player from Cincinnati, and our wide receiver room is already absolutely loaded, but I couldn't resist. We had to take Ja'Marr Chase. So, I mean, as you can see, our offense is absolutely loaded. I mean, this might be the best offense in NFL history now that I look at it. And on the other hand, I mean, I think we can definitely say the same thing about the defense. I mean, this team is just terrifying right now. So I'd say our work here is definitely finished, and we also have a 9-1 record. So if we keep playing the way we are, I'm hoping we can get the #1 seed in the playoffs. And it looks like nobody was able to beat this team, because we're gonna go 16-1 to win the division and get the #1 seed in the playoffs. So after losing to Kansas City in week 1, we went on to win 16 games in a row, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it looks like Lamar had himself one of his best seasons ever. I mean, he had 3,900 yards for 34 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. And he also had 659 rushing yards for 18 touchdowns on the ground. But in the divisional round, it looks like we're going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. And it looks like the Broncos are going to get run over. So now we play the Buffalo Bills for a trip to the Super Bowl. And obviously we did beat the Bills in the regular season, and it looks like we're in position to hopefully do that again, because we are up by 4 right now. Come on, Derek. That is not the run that I was hoping of the guy. So now it's 3rd and 8. But if we can get in the end zone here and make it a 2-score game, I honestly trust our defense enough that that should be enough to put this thing away. Lamar is gone, so that's going to put us on the Bills side of the field. Or I take back what I said. A touchdown here definitely would not be enough to win this thing, because we are going up against Josh Allen. You cannot underestimate that man, but you got to remember how loaded our defense is. I mean, it would be one hell of a comeback if we score here and the Bills somehow win this thing. But anyways, I'm going to try and go for Mark Andrews this time. Or we can just go for Bateman, who has literally nobody on him. So that's going to go for an easy touchdown, which puts the Ravens up by 2 scores. It looks like my words might come back to haunt me, though, because we underestimated Josh Allen. I mean, it's 21-21 right now. We are in position to hopefully win this thing. Since Buffalo still has 2 timeouts here, I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to burn all of them before we score here. So they're still going to have a lot of time on the clock to try and tie things up. But we got to worry about getting in first, because that is a big part. And it looks like Derrick Henry's gonna be in, so that's gonna put us up by 1 score. Now it's on our defense, and it looks like the defense did clutch up and get the job done for us. So the Baltimore Ravens are headed to the Super Bowl. But anyways, after an insane season with the Baltimore Ravens, it looks like Lamar Jackson is gonna be winning MVP, and the last team standing in between us and a Super Bowl is the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco is the real deal, though, man. I mean, this is a team that we obviously have not taken any players from, so we cannot take them lightly. I'm gonna try and get a stop on defense here, though. Oh, that's gonna be a first down from Debo, who's still up. But anyways, we do have the lead right now, but we're only up by 2 points, so a field goal would give the lead to San Fran. So I'm hoping we can keep them out of field goal range, but that is not gonna be easy to do. But in case you're wondering how they managed to get 5 points on the board, we got safetied on our first drive of the game, and then they kicked a field goal. So that's how they got to 5 points, but we did bring up a 3rd down after that. So one more stop is going to take them off the field, and it looks like we're going to get to Brock Purdy. So now we got 2 minutes and 44 seconds to try and make this a 2-score game before halftime. We're going to have Ricard open for the first down. Probably won't do a lot of running the ball after we hit the 2-minute warning, but I'm going to go for a run with Henry here, and it looks like he's going to get a decent pickup, but Bosa's going to catch us. San Fran did bring up a 3rd down after that, though, so we kind of need to get this to work out, or we are going to be giving them the ball back with like a minute and 50 seconds to work with, which would not be good. But it looks like Mark Andrews is going to have the first, so that's going to keep the drive alive for us. I'm going to go for a bit of a shot here, though, man. I mean, if we can get Rashad Bateman open, that would be perfect. But if he's locked up, I honestly might just try and keep it simple and go for Ja'Marr Chase. Oh, man, dude, we got to keep this on the ground. That's going to be a loss. We had so many players open, too. But the thing is, they weren't open when I decided to run the ball, so that kind of screwed me there. I'm going to try and go for CeeDee Lamb again, though, and I kind of need him to get open this time, because if this doesn't work out, we're gonna need to get like 22 yards all in one go. But it looks like he's actually gonna have the first down, so that's gonna kind of revive this drive. I mean, now we got 40 seconds and 2 timeouts to try and get in the end zone here, and that is gonna set us up perfectly. And since we only need 5 yards, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it with Henry, because I feel like that is probably our best option of getting in here. I mean, if he does get stopped, we do still have 2 timeouts to use, but it looks like, oh, come on, I thought we had that. Either way, we're at the 1 yard line now though, so I really can't see this getting shut down. So I'm just gonna go for one more run, and it looks like we're gonna power through Warner for the touchdown. So that is gonna give us a 2-score lead heading into the half. And after that, we did not slow down, man. I mean, San Fran did not score a single touchdown all game, so obviously our defense was amazing today. I mean, I actually thought this was gonna be a pretty close one, but obviously I was wrong. So it looks like Lamar Jackson and his super team are gonna be getting the job done. I mean, we literally won 19 games in a row, including playoffs, after losing to Mahomes and the Chiefs, so this is definitely well deserved. But as you can see, to end things off, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy to end off the video. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I have everything linked in my description. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.